It's been light bulbs out city for a while now. This flashlight is really handy to have, considering that the light in my storage went out and one of the lights in the bathroom went out. But it's a really unforgiving light. Like when you shine this on anything, it immediately see any dirt, hair, like whatever. It just makes everything feel unclean. So you don't want to use it too much because then you feel dirty. Anyways, I'm running late. I'm actually already like 5 minutes late for a meeting with the bank, which is really important because I haven't had access to my business accounts for 6 months. And that's not good, obviously, for obvious reasons. And he's been on vacation for like a month. So I need to leave. I need to stop. I'll talk to the camera once we get some flashlights. Just light bulbs. Well, that meeting went almost as well as it could have gone. Actually technically as well as it could have gone. I have a story for you about French banking, but first, light bulbs. But you have to get the right kind because they're not all screw-in. They're also bayonets, which I don't see any, which is what I need. That's a problem. Uh-oh. There we are. But I want definitely brighter than that.
Veuillez déposer votre article, s'il vous plaît.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, they only had this one option for light bulb, which stinks because it's just a little bit too dim in here, I believe. But it'll be perfect for the bathroom, so win some, lose some. At least it's not gonna blind me while I'm in there. Oh, I'm gonna move my stool a little closer. There we go. What up? Ta-da! Not bad. I think it might actually be a little bit brighter than the last one. It would be the building's responsibility to change these, but we're going through changes. And also, I just end up having to take responsibility one way or another, it feels like half the time. So, might as well just do it and get it over with. Oh gosh, that scared the crap out of me. Something just fell and I thought it was the light bulb, which is not apparently in. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Well, apparently these guys broke it when they were working in here. So the light wasn't necessarily dead. I guess I gotta check that. I'll have to ask them about it. I needed a second cup of coffee after all this. This is from Kate, actually. Kate just came back. I realized I didn't put her in the vlog yesterday, which is sad, but she gave me this bag of coffee that she picked up from one of her local favorites. Oops, turn this off. While she was in Georgia. So this is, you may know Brash. I don't know Brash. That was a little bit hot. But thank you, Kate, for bringing me some coffee. I appreciate it. I have been, of course, drinking my coffee. But, the lighting. Okay, so speaking of lights, really quick. We're gonna get to the white balance is kind of off, but we're gonna get to the banking story. But really quick, I've been playing with this guy. The app apparently is reputedly worthless. I went and looked at it. It has like 1,600 downloads, and it doesn't look at all like 1-star reviews. So I'm just using it as a dumb light. I'm not gonna pair it to my phone, but you can see the difference. Like, that's nice, a little bit of the lighting, but we can add a little bit more. What I want to do in here is I wanna add some better practicals. Close the ears of your Google Assistant. Okay, Google, turn the lights on. So a little bit more light in the background is always nice. I like this purple. It's what I usually use when I'm streaming. I block that light with these lights. These lights, we can see what they look like when they're on, just for the experiment, but usually they're just too strong.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you.
The other problem is that this camera just keeps turning off for no reason. It's really nice. It doesn't turn off, it just stops recording. It's what it's been doing for the last couple years, but it's getting worse, and I need to take it in for warranty. So we could, hold on, let's turn this guy up. I'm pretty sure I can do that just by, yeah. So make that even brighter. Can you focus on my face? I want to work on the lighting in here. It's been a long-term goal. I just have never had the motivation to really do it. And I think my motivation to do anything like practical stuff is coming back largely because I've been getting up earlier in the morning. I've made a real effort to get up early. Here, I can turn this light on too. Let's turn on all the lights. Yeah, that other light, Hello, camera. I'm right here. I gotta turn this camera in for warranty, or it's too late for warranty, but I gotta send it in to get cleaned or whatever because it's being a pain in the buttocks. Well, I guess I'll see when I'm editing, which I prefer. This is definitely a cooler image. The other one's a little bit warm, but like the light, it's just too much. I just feel like it's too much. We'll get it figured out. I want to do some like LED strips under here. I kind of want to put LED everywhere, but then that's too much really easily. And so I had plans, I had ideas, but they're like not practical in the end. So I gotta just kind of revisit it, and that's neither here nor there. We have light, that's good. Except in the bathroom, as you saw. That's the one place we don't have light. I also have this flashlight. See this, there's something just so unpleasant about the color of this light. I don't know what it is. It just naturally highlights imperfections. So, French banking. I've had a really great time. So those of you that have been tracking for a long time know that I had to change like business models and so forth. I'm here in France. It hopefully also improves my chances of getting to stay if I have like a more established business structure. I have to renew my visa next month. They still won't take my calls effectively, but hopefully soon I'll get an appointment to go do that. But in order to have a business here, you have to have a French business account. And I had one before, but we needed to close it and open a new one for the new business. All of that. Closed the old one, opened the new one. That was in like June, I feel like. I've never had access to it ever since. It's great. It took a long time. It took months. It was months of actually just running around trying to get like the last steps done, talking to the bank. Of course, they went on vacation for the entirety of August. Like you just always end up with these like this back and forth of like, can you please just like give me access? And they send everything by mail, and half of it seems to just vanish in the mail, which isn't great. So it's been a roundabout way. Back in November, I was really trying to chase this down. I was like, can we please just get this taken care of? And the main thing that I was missing this whole time was my password, like the actual code, temporary code I needed to get into my account at all. Finally just called him and was like, can you please just let me in? He sent me a temporary one by text. I got in, great. And then it said, we need to verify your telephone number for two-step authentication. And I said, okay, no problem. So I gave them my phone number. Normally, in two-step authentication, when you give someone your phone number, anyone your phone number, they text you a code to prove that it's your phone. So I waited for a while. And then I went back in and I was like, maybe it didn't work. So I asked for another code. Nothing happened. And then I read it more closely and it said in fine print, like, we're going to send the code by mail. What? Like, so they took the verification code to verify my phone number and sent it to me by mail. Now, if you're not following with why this might be sort of ridiculous, the reason is because that doesn't verify my phone number at all. I could have put any phone number in that slot, and if they send me the code by snail mail, I can put that code into the website without ever having to touch my phone, which probably seems really obvious to you. Seems painfully obvious to me too. Apparently that's just not how things are done around here. So when I went and I talked to my banker this morning, I was hoping that he could just verify my phone number in his system and that would be it. But the reality is that there's a new rule in French banking where they need to verify everyone's phone number by address. And what they're really trying to do is verify your address. They're sending a code to your home to verify, or to your business or whatever, to verify the address. But then you're completely blocked out of your banking system waiting for a letter claiming to verify your phone number, which is just really stupid. So I've been waiting for that letter for months, 2 months, almost 2 months. It was November 18th when I originally requested it. And it never showed up. So we talked about it. Theoretically, I'm getting another letter in the mail. But the good thing is, and the solution was, that he said he would be able to make any transfers for me that I needed. So I got to talk to my accountant to figure out the best way to transfer money into my business account so I don't get in trouble. And then once that's done, then I can pay my accountant. I also have to invoice Air France. Air France has still never paid me for that commercial that I was in over a year ago, which is on them to begin with, and now it's on me in this whole situation. So that's the world I'm living in. This is it. I'm living in the dark, both physically and metaphorically. Although now everything's illuminated physically, so hopefully there's some metaphorical illumination on the way, because I could definitely use it. You can't run a business without a bank account, it turns out. Well, you can. They just might come for you later. I'm trying to be a good boy. I want to pay my taxes so that I can stay in France. Please let me stay. Anywho, that's that nightmare. So I have some emails to send like to my accountant and so forth, and then got some dust in my eye or something. And then I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna take the vacuum down to the office, vacuum it, because it needs a vacuuming. And I think I also want to kind of clean the bathroom a little bit more. Cook one last meal down there, and then come back here and probably do some more work because there's just a lot to do, and I'm feeling very productive. There's some more projects I want to do around here, and they're theoretically what I was going to say earlier. I don't know if I hinted at it or not now that I've been talking for a couple minutes, but we're theoretically, the rumors are circulating that we're going to go into another lockdown here in France because our numbers have been on the rise again, especially post holidays and everything else. And so I kind of want to give myself some projects lined up just in case that happens, but I also want to do some things around here. So I think I need to make a list of things that I want to do to improve the area, like the lighting and the sound paneling, but also I want to build a coffee station with some space for plants, because my sister gave me an herb garden for Christmas, and then Wendy sent me this plant, which definitely needs a little bit more water. I need to repot it soon. I've been watering it lately, but I need to get it in a pot that has drainage. So there's a lot to do. My room is just a cluttered mess, which you can't see right now because the camera is up here, but I have laundry over here. I have boxes of stuff I need to open over there. I have clothes from downtown that I need to hang. The joys of life. But I'll get on top of it, and honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. The last couple days I've been feeling good. I think that waking up early has just made a huge impact. Like trying to go to bed earlier, but even when I go to bed late, setting an alarm for the same time. Early for me, of course, is like 8 a.m. right now, because I tend to work. I have a bad habit of working until like 1 a.m, which I'm kind of wanting to get back into to some degree because I'm feeling very productive. But I'm trying to make sure I get up, go for runs, eat. I need to eat more and better than I have been. But I'm feeling the impacts of it, and just those changes have made a real change. I made a real difference. You know what I mean. Now this time I actually do have a watch on. I'm going to go ahead and get some of that work done, and then we'll go make lunch and vacuum. It'll be really fun. I made it basically the entire way down before I realized I don't have the keys.
You are Grigoli.
I'm so hungry too. All good to go. I think I've replenished the supplies that were used or on the verge of being used. Made one last meal. I'm leaving another meal for him here. I bought some bananas, and I don't know what he eats, so I wanted to make sure that he had at least something to eat if he shows up and is too tired to go anywhere. And I think we're ready. I think we're set. I left the heat on. I turned it down a little bit, so it'll be warm when he gets here.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for playing my game.
All right, looking pretty good. Don't know that I can trust this camera. So yeah, should be good to go. Thankfully, the Guardian, I realize this is a plot hole for you at the moment. The property manager has a spare key, and I rang him and he let me in. And so I've been able to finish cleaning up, cook one last meal. Shared that with Sam, who vacuumed, which was very nice of him. The scrubbing of the shower was the worst part by far. The hard water is impossible. Like I don't have the right supply. At least I don't know which supply is the right one to cut through it, but living in Paris, the hard water is a nightmare. But aside from that, I think everything is pretty well cleaned, ready to go. Left him a couple little things, some snacks, some candy, some cooking supplies. So he should be set and ready to go. Left the heat on as well. It feels a little bit warm in here, so I might turn it down a little bit more. I turned it down a little bit already, so hopefully he's nice and warm when he shows up. Now the one thing that I gotta figure out is the wheel here. I took the charger home last night, and it's just the wheel that's left. Was gonna ride it home today, but of course I had to bring the vacuum and others, you know. So I guess I could try to ride it to the metro and then carry through the metro and just not worry about it, because I'd rather do that. Yeah, definitely gonna go slow. It's slipping a little bit. I just don't, the problem is that I've had enough close calls with this wheel. I think I may have pushed it to its maximum. Like it started to, we'll see how it does here, but it was starting to like slip against the wheel a little bit. Like in balancing, it would overcompensate. And so that's another reason why I haven't really been using it, is I lost a little bit of confidence in it. So far so good. I'm not going that fast. The rain makes me not so confident as well, but better than carrying it. And if I fall off of it at this speed, you know, I'll just kind of like stumble off to the side or something. Or fall on my vacuum cleaner. That's not a good idea. It's kind of expensive thing to fall on. Anywho, the rain, everything else, doing good. Let's go. These afternoon runs are fine. I used to run, when I would go for runs, I'd actually go in the evening after work. You know, work out first, then go for a run. That was back when I lived in the States. Here, it's whenever I can get it in, obviously. I want to start running first thing in the morning, more than anything. And not more than anything, but what I want in the realm of running is to go running first thing in the morning. And we'll get there. It's been a busy, crazy week, obviously, but it's good for the stress, it's good for the soul, it's good for the legs, it's good for the heart. It's good for you. Whew. And then it really started to pour. Not only is the rain, I mean, the sun going down, the rain's coming down too. That wasn't a bad choice of words. Just not the choice of words I intended. Anyways, maybe instead of a 10K today, I'll just do 7. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds fine. Those runs are good. It got very, very, very rainy. So I did come in a little bit early, but I wanted to try this guy out one more time just to see if I hit the button right. Because it actually, the lighting in here is not too bad the way that I've got it set up with my little, hey now, you're a rock star, get your game on, go play. Don't know why. I guess maybe I need to charge this guy back up. So my little, try to knock the brightness down significantly there. Hopefully it will help. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. This is a huge improvement from like having no light behind the camera, especially when it's dark outside, because it is completely dark outside. And so yeah, I like this little light. I'm gonna keep playing with it a little bit, but I'm giving it a thumbs up right now, especially because it comes with its own little diffuser case, which is really cool, and being able to soften the light a little bit. If I take that off, then it looks like this. Whoa. Way harsher, way brighter, and that's on the low setting, so I'll put that back on. It looks way better like that. Oh, there we go. Softer light. That's good. It's also waterproof. There's a lot that I could do with this thing, and I want to play more with it, but I just thought, you know, hey, while we were playing with it this morning, might as well play with it tonight and see what it looks like finally actually hanging it on the window. And it looks great. The last thing I wanted to do was pick a patron producer today. I liked how I did it last time randomly by scrolling through notifications to see who was active and then choosing someone based on their activity, their recent activity. And this time I went all the way back to Edgar Allan Toe. All right. Thanks, Edgar Allan Toe, for liking the 50K video back there, the 50K live stream. That is very much appreciated. Thanks to everybody else on the screen and all my patrons. As usual, I've got something special coming for those of you who are over on Patreon and were interested in the audiobook at the Wanderer level and above. I had released it as I recorded it to them But now I have the fully remastered version that's going to go up on Audible soon. So for those of you that want to buy my audiobook, it's going to be available on Audible at least, I would guess, in the next week or two, hopefully. But I'm going to give the fully remastered version to my patrons all in one location because they've already been able to listen to it, but make it easy for them to find that and listen to it. So if you're into audiobooks, it's where it goes. And yeah, otherwise, I'll see you bright and early one of these mornings sometime soon for some more delightful times in Paris and hopefully even more wonderful lighting. And yeah, thanks for being here. Stay safe, stay warm, and yeah, at the very least, try to be kind to somebody today. That's probably a good bar to clear. I'll see you tomorrow.